Let's face it, folks, for the vast majority of us, dare I say all of us, the most expensive thing we'll ever own is our home. And we're always looking for ways to turn a house into our home, to make it our own place, to maybe customize it just a little bit in ways that, frankly, maybe you've never thought of before. Well, guess what? Today may be just one of those ways. I got to tell you, before I saw the notes today, I've never thought about this before, but I can't take my mind off of it now because I'm already thinking of how I can use these products at my home. The name of the company we're chatting with today is Waterwood, and my guest is Kimberley Longoria, right here on All In. Hey there, Kimberley. Bryan Weatherford, great to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I appreciate you popping on with us today. You're in the great state capital area, Austin, Texas, correct?
Yes.
All right, so get into Waterwood real quick. Looking at the notes, we love family-owned businesses around here, and I know that this is a long-time family-owned business, but it actually has maybe switched ownership just a little bit. So I want to back up. Before it was your company, talk to me about how you came on board, how you started working there long before you were the owner.
Okay. So almost 12, 13 years ago, I was working part-time for this very nice couple here in Austin in the Westlake area. And they owned Waterwood by that time for at least a decade, if not more. And they were doing cabinetry work, but they were also doing knobs and pulls. And then they got into decorative doorbell plates. And so I was looking for a part-time job at the time. And I found them and they hired me. And so I worked for them for a decade, doing all the office work, the shipping, everything except for the accounting. So that's how I got involved with Waterwood.
There you go. And then how long have you been the owner now? How long have you had it?
So I purchased the company in 2018.
2018. All right, so you're going on 3 years now as the owner. And I think it's interesting to note, as I mentioned, it's still a family business and things have flipped a little bit. Now as the owner, you have your own office manager now. Who's that?
So my mother is my office manager. She is retired and she's a senior and she loves working for me, I think. And she is now my office manager.
Well, I just think it's kind of neat the way it's gone all the way around, where you started as a part-time office manager, ended up as the owner, now your own beloved mom is the office manager. I just think that's kind of an interesting little twist there. I imagine I'm not the only one to think that. So let's get into it now. Waterwood, I'm not that familiar with it. I am now because I read the notes, but for those of us who aren't, tell us about the products that you offer out there.
Okay, well, we sell decorative doorbell plates and we sell a few different kinds. We have solid brass. I actually have some here to show you today.
Oh, great.
So here's an example of a solid brass item. This is a fleur-de-lis. This is our medium fleur-de-lis. Can't really tell the finish, but we offer 4 finishes. This is oil rub bronze. We have black, we have pewter, and we have antique brass. And so here's an example of the antique brass. We have a small fleur-de-lis. We also have a large fleur-de-lis. So those are our solid brass. Of course, we're here in Texas, but I had to show you the Louisiana ones because they're very popular, but we got the Lone Star also to go along with our great state of Texas. And so those are our solid brass. We also offer hand painted and bronze painted doorbells as well. And our most popular one is our colorful gecko. So that's what this little guy looks like.
Nice.
And we have our other 2 most hand painted popular doorbells are our turtle and our seahorse. So those are 2. It's kind of hard to tell what they look like, but they're really, really nice and they're hand painted. So each of them is very unique. And then we also offer solid brass doorbells. Now our stainless steel doorbells. So here's what a stainless steel doorbell looks like. And we have them in a bunch of different shapes. We have them in square. We even have this super large rectangle doorbell. So those are super, and we also offer these in screw mount like you see here, but we also offer them in adhesive mount, and we have a very high grade adhesive that we have for that as well. If you don't have screw holes or you don't want to put screw holes in your wall.
I gotta say, I really appreciate the whimsical nature of some of those. The gecko kind of made me smile. I believe you said that's your #1 seller. I can certainly understand why. So as I was mentioning there at the top of the show, Kimberley, when I was introducing you, people are always looking for ways to customize their house and make it their own. What a great way to do that. I mean, the very first thing people are going to see when they walk up to your door is going to see this. I mean, it just kind of sets the mood for about the time they're about to have once they get indoors. Is that am I pushing it too much, or is that just me?
No, I totally agree with you. And it's funny because before I even found this company, I didn't know anything about decorative doorbells. And being in this company for so long, when I talk to people about them for the first time, they're always like, well, I don't even know what my doorbell looks like. And then they'll go see that it's usually this rectangle plastic doorbell that they didn't even notice before. But yeah, that's usually what people see and people touch when they come to your home. So yeah, people are very surprised. And when they find out about it, they're usually, first in line to buying one.
One of the other things that intrigued me in getting ready for our time together today, you're very environmentally conscious. Talk to me about that. I mean, how can one be environmentally conscious when they're simply making, I don't want to say simply, but when they're doing what you do? It's not the type of thing at the top of mind you think about that, but go into how you are environmentally conscious and on a personal note, why that's so important.
Okay. Well, it's always been important to me. I remember in high school when I wrote an essay, I picked recycling and littering and how you should litter and how you should recycle. And so it's always been something that's near and dear to my heart. And so what I try to do is I try to steer away from plastics. I try to buy more paper, like instead of foam bubbles and all those other plastic, I get paper or use cardboard. I'm also trying to use local suppliers instead of always using suppliers far away where you have to pay for shipping and gas. I've found suppliers here in Austin to get my shipping supplies from instead, or using local services again here in Austin. I did find a local company who's going to help me build the stainless steel plates here in Austin, because those are not made here in Austin. So I was really happy to be able to find someone that's going to help me make those here locally.
I must say one of my favorite things about doing this show is talking to business owners like yourself, because I can see the passion about whatever it is, whatever product, good, or service they're supplying. Your passion absolutely goes through. And I got to say this, your attention to detail speaks volumes of you as a business owner, because if you're going to put so much thought into the environment, into the way that you use local vendors and everything, that's just going to equate to the finished product to make for a happy customer. Something else you're really passionate about, I only got a couple minutes left, but here in the last 9 months or so with everything going on, a lot of people for the first time have started bringing the kids in-house for schooling and working out of the house as well. Give me your background, because long before COVID, you were well ahead of the curve in doing both of those things, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I've been working home for several years now, and I have been homeschooling my children for several years as well. So that's something else. We just love being together. That allows me to do my work and do the schooling with them, but spend more time with them. And every once in a while, they like to kind of help out when it comes to whether it's helping me assemble a doorbell here or there. They like to get involved too, so that's always nice.
I think it's very nice, and I know that they're getting a good education, and someday they may buy you out and bring in their mom as the office manager, just like you did with your mom. What do you think?
Absolutely. I would love it.
Well, everything about you, as I said, it speaks passion. It's the type of thing that people honestly don't think of until they meet you and see your stuff, whether it's the beautiful stainless steel or the whimsy gecko or whatever it may be. I guarantee you there's people that are hearing your story today, this guy included, who are already running through their head, wow, what can we do at my house? Or I've got a neighbor that's a rabid New Orleans Saints fan. What a great gift. I mean, the wheels are spinning. You have a great story, Kimberly. I appreciate you sharing it with us. Continued success with everything you got going on. And take good care of that office manager. It's a very important position for any company. And you be sure and tell her we said hi. She's probably working today, so you can be on TV. We got to roll right now, but thank you so much for sharing your story. Take care.